plan to sort of bring both sides of the guards, if not together, then at least, under some kind of armistice so that we can tackle the problem of the plague. In what little time we have left.
Fucking like less than a week.
I don't think we divulged anything about like the Briar Queen or like any of the cataclysms,
No.
right?
You guys had brought up prior that the place is cooking,
Right.
Roasted.
but not any prophetic thing beyond that.
Mm-hmm. I think before we set out, we should tell them, hey, here's everything. In case we don't make it back. That said, we did sort of get, I guess, a promise from Herman that he would send at least like one of his honor guardsmen to lead us north a ways through the underground tunnels.
Correct.
So we aren't wandering around aimlessly. So we do plan to go to the north side of the of Velkester, I guess the Valtonian side. Then Herman went off by himself. Everyone else went with Lois, is that right? Or we're just like going about our business at that point?
Just stayed in the captain's room of Lois for a bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I only bring that up because Hawk did go off by himself to talk to Herman about who knows what, and then return to the party soon after, within 5 minutes.
Within 5 minutes on the dot.
Almost too late.
That means their timing was just fast.
Mm-hmm.
Which, better early than late.
And then what happened immediately after that?
You guys went back to your quarantine. Well, I say quarantine, where technically just your room.
Right. Is that when Ava brought that young man to us?
Yes.
Yeah. Who introduced himself as Nimble.
Oh,
yes.
Though Eva almost divulged his name to us, and it does start with an N. Yep. And he was a smuggler by circumstance, since we're all sort of stuck here. He just did what he needed to do to get by. He does have some contacts in the sort of underbelly of this torn up town that he promised to he promised. Screw it. He promised to contact for us to sort of get us in a cheaper, on a cheaper route towards the northern side. Yeah, more affordable.
You guys, I just thought you confirm something because it will change how certain things go. How much did you guys tell him, Nimble, about what's going on at the town?
I don't know.
I forget what we did tell him in the moment, but I feel like it's worth stressing the importance, the urgency of us getting into northern side.
Gotcha.
I think we should, if we could, restrain telling him like, oh yeah, this whole place is gonna burn down, because that might be a good way to pressure the people like, hey, let these people through, but it also might be a good way for them to be like, okay, jacking up the price because you need to get through.
Right.
What 2 cents on the idea?
It's your guys' call. He has the, I'll call it, operational discretion. Right. He's an adult, so if you guys told him, hey, just don't, this is what's happening, but don't tell people that, then he could keep his mouth shut. So it's your guys' call.
Sure.
I think we should just stress the urgency and that it wouldn't matter how much money anyone makes, because it's not like we'll be allowed to leave as the place burns to the ground.
Fair enough.
And or succumbs to overwhelming plague.
He did roll really good, if I remember correctly. He rolled a 19.
Nice.
Before mods. Nat 19. So, yeah, he's pretty effective. You guys will probably see him back today. Cool. But, moving on.
He did leave that night, wherein we had the freedom to go do whatever we want, I think. I don't think we did anything as a group at that point.
We divide and conquered.
Yeah, in no particular, or just to, because I remember it the best since I was a part of it. What Hawk did was he tracked down Caradoc and had a conversation with him right after Badger had a conversation with him.
One of you managed to eavesdrop on the other one.
I got 3 whole words.
Badger did reveal to Caradoc the orb he had taken from
Murmuro.
Murmuro? Was it?
Yep, it was in the chest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Along
yeah,
with rusted helmet and some other pieces.
That's right. And Caradoc's
Yeah, I was curious where that was too. I was like, what
advice was to show it to Eva. And to not throw it at things, I think.
Aww,
it's
like a
It's
Pokeball.
like a gun. Don't point it, don't toss it in that direction unless you want that thing dead.
And then Hawk spoke to Caradoc. Me, know what that's about. I had the same conversation like 3 times now with 3 different people.
I will say the orb, the orb Badger has looks like a Fushigi.
Oh, so it's like perfectly.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
Fushigi. I probably should have picked one where he's throwing around all the fucking place, but the beginning, a couple seconds, it's a good shot. But then the last half of the GIF is him tossing it around.
Caradoc's like, I would advise you to not throw that around. It could be very volatile. And Badger's like, oh yeah, no, why would I ever do that? Flashback to him doing this.
It's him chucking that shit at a child. Did you just use that Drake and Josh bit in year 2024?
Yeah, it's
spherical, dude.
I don't care what the allegations are for either of them. It was a funny bit.
Oh god.
So yeah, that is what the orb looks like. You had your divulging talk with Caradoc.
Roma hunted down. Well, I shouldn't say that. Looked for. I guess accompanied rather. It didn't even.
No, hunted down. You're right.
Okay, yeah, no, hunted down like a dog. Denver. They went to the sort of alchemical area where Danny. No, what's his name?
Arnie.
Arnie? Yeah.
where Arnie was working. What did you guys talk about with Arnie? Dear old Arnie.
I'll let you, Christy, take this part because Roma's a simp or whatever.
How dare you?
Easily.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
I know.
Okay, what were they talking about? Shit. I think they brought up the, whatchamacallit? The palm. We were sort of talking about that, but different things we can do with it, and then I think he was going on about what he was working on as well, wasn't he? It was,
Yep, he has a little magnetic, lodestone, a little. I want to say drone, but it is probably the best equivalent, like an RC car.
Oh yes, it's like a little sort of thing that sort of
Homing
moves.
bomb.
It can only move in like cardinal directions as well. I remember, but it's
for now.
For now.
It's all fun and games until, if any of you have played The Division, the Seeker Mine that you deploy on the ground, it just rolls at the enemy. Yeah, it's all fun and games until the bomb comes to you.
yeah, exactly. So that was pretty fun. And then I think
I remember he was telling just Roma that, but I eavesdropped and won. So
yeah. And then I think Roma brought up the palm, and then sort of things we were planning to do with that. And I think he was kind of. But I think it was decided that it was going to be overheal with loads of
mutations.
Yes, I was going to go for gangrenous arms, but I don't think that's a word, so never mind.
They got some gangly bits.
Gangly bits, that's yeah, thank you. So I think Denver was working on that. Roma was trying to help, maybe helping a little bit.
You can take notes.
I can take notes. I'm not allowed to touch it, but like I can take notes. I think Arnie was sort of trying to get Roma to come over and like he was going to teach her stuff, but then she was like, "No, this person's cool and doing other things."
The image address.
I'm trying to be their friend. Let me do that.
There you go.
So you have to go over and like start doing this. I don't know, this bomb thing, I guess. Like whatever. Sentient explosive, I guess.
Womp womp.
And pretty much like Denver just worked into the night, and then Roma just eventually was just like, "No, we sleeping."
Yeah, Denver started falling asleep. Roma started falling asleep. So then Denver was like, "Yeah, I guess we can quit."
Yeah, I guess that's the other side that we must end.
I guess so. We have to. Fucking weak.
I feel like there was other stuff. Am I missing like a point as well that we had? Because there was the palm, there was the bomb.
We talked about Murmuro.
Oh, that must have been what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
and then Arnie was like, "Can you guys not? I don't want to hear about this."
Talk about it.
Like
And we just kept talking about it.
And then everyone was staring at us.
Yeah.
Because we didn't keep our voices down.
No, I don't really think subtlety is a strong suit, which is very bad for Roma considering her class.
I was gonna say, considering Roma's whole thing
a rogue doesn't need to be subtle.
It's gonna be a rough time in Valtonia, just saying.
Yeah. I guess of all the, I mean, I think you're going swashbuckler, right? Of all the subclasses rogue subclasses to be not subtle, swashbuckler would be the one, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway,
I have an excuse. I'm not a rogue.
You're a fucking giant dog person. You cannot be subtle.
Meanwhile, Jin, I think you were fiddling with your flute, and that's not a euphemism.
Yes, that's it. That's all. No, he tried to find a way to, lack of a better term, reattune the whistle to red for communication purposes. Didn't work. Discovered that I don't know if it's discovered, but at the very least brought to light, the Bloodstar is, like, blocking any external communication from coming in. Well, okay, like, holy influence at the very least. Well, maybe not holy.
Yeah.
Other influence from coming in.
And
which was odd because they don't normally do that. Stuff like that is usually very targeted, apparently.
Exactly.
So it's strange that it's like any and all things are not allowed in. Which is a lot of power, which also mildly might explain why everything's getting really fucking hot. Because it's just fucking... You overclocked your computer constantly, and it hasn't turned off for 5 days. Or actually, how long has this play been going? Almost a month?
The god of air conditioning isn't able to bring his influence into...
Precisely.
But it's a relatively new Newman, so...
If an external influence tries to make its way in, this is what the Bloodstar sends it. There you go.
Go fuck yourself!
But, as mildly noted, I guess only by Denver, well, I guess Denver and Hawk, Denver still has their weird influence. So it's...
My Newman, excuse you.
Already, their weird fucking influence that's a freak. If they already have it, it's cool. It's already in here. Just can't bring new ones in. That's it. Wilder.
Else. Caradoc, I think, hunted down Mr. Fayez at some point.
He did.
Oh.
Caradoc had investigated his ancestral journal and found an interesting concoction with some interesting ingredients. Some were a bit more local to his homeland. Others, less so. There was...
The Spider's Eye?
The Spider's Eye chili, which is from the Rusin realms. The Tanglewood kelp, which is technically indigenous to west of the Dream Rampant, Lake Fossil. And then Zenfris root, which is also from the Dream Rampant, but is also relatively easy. Well, I would just say it's easy. It adapts pretty well.
Yeah, except for I think it was like not winter. I guess winter would technically count, like mountainous climates.
Cold climates, correct.
Cold climates. That's it. Which is
So
then where the other parts come in
well.
and make it very good against cold climates. Maybe not the plant, but the drink.
Yes. In theory, it wouldn't do well in, say, the Trial Enclave because it's a desert region, so at night, they would perish.
Right, just get freezing.
Exactly. So it depends on where you are, but not necessarily one spot specific. He consulted with Fayez about, hey, have you heard of such ingredients? And Fayez says, despite being a chef, no.
Let's go talk to that Rusin guy.
Yes, because he had heard of some of these ingredients, like spider eye chili being from the recent realms, and they took it over to Jin to see if he might have a bit more cultural familiarity with it, which he did.
Yes.
And you got to learn about the interesting nomenclature as to what it does to earn its spider's eye name. It grows in peck. We learned from last time it's not called a peck. Peck is specifically for pickled peppers, which is the dumbest unit of measure ever. That pickled peppers need their own unit of measure. That aside, I'm gonna call it a peck of peppers anyways because it sounds fun to say. So a peck of spider's eye chilies, they grow in 8s, which is why the spider part looking like little leggies or eyes. Tanglewood kelp is also used in the recent realms, amongst other places, living up to its name, tangling things. And then Zenfresh root had its own little horticultural lore behind it.
Yeah. Which Jin rolled very good on, I think, all of those, so at the very least he has a firm understanding of them. And got to be a horse girl for plants for 20 minutes.
Don't say you're a plant girl, because that invokes different connotations.
That's a very different section of the internet. Scroll is like kind of stretching it. Don't make the joke. I know you thought of it, need not.
So,
Are you targeting me
you
for
guys,
what?
weren't alone in the room. I'm gonna ignore Ninot's outburst there. You guys weren't alone in the room. You guys had an Eva and Amina. Technically, also Hawk was there, but like asleep, but not asleep.
Just dropping eaves.
Dropping eaves.
Eves.
Sure. But I think that was about it for the rest of you. But 2 of you still had something.
Yeah. I forget. Was it Denver approached Hawk first? Right.
I believe so, because you were faking being asleep.
That's right.
Did I approach you? I thought you approached me because you.
I'm pretty sure you approached
quote
him.
unquote woke up.
I'm pretty sure you approached him because this was following the discussion of you and Roma talking about your ownership of another person.
So you approached Hawk and quote unquote woke him up. Then we went for a walk. Hawk divulged to Denver that hey, so I had that talk like 3 separate times. You're no longer the only person that knows.
I think you did tell 3 people actually, I forgot.
Yep. Yeah, can't count yourself.
No, I didn't count the NPC.
Herman? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be technically 4 of Eva.
Oh, yeah, but she
I guess
had that
you
conversation with
figured
him, if anything.
It's not that he had the conversation
You're right.
at her, she had the conversation at him.
He's like, I didn't do that one.
He divulged to Denver that, hey, Captain Herman said that we should look in like northern Valtonia for any of the Emperor's eyes, likely in a political hotspot, or just in any place that's crowded. And then Denver, you divulged something to the Hawk spell, didn't you?
I was like, hey, do you even know like why I'm out here? And you're like, no, I've been asking, why are you out here? And I'm like, well, so you know the thing that's me, but isn't me? It killed my niece, pretty brutally, and now I have to bring her back to life. So I'm gonna make the Philosopher's Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, see, and Hawk was like, LOL, Lamau, you're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone, but you're a dog. His argument was basically, what makes you think
Special.
you'll succeed? Yeah, what makes you special? What makes you think you'll succeed where thousands of others have failed? To which her response was, I'm a protagonist now. To which her response was,
I have to.
I have to, yeah. It basically, she wants it enough. She wants it hard enough to try, at least. But she didn't like Hawk's response, so she went off on a walk by herself. And failed a charisma save, or wisdom save.
It was a charisma.
It was charisma, and they rolled
It was
a 4.
charisma.
Hawk went back to sleep. Everyone went to sleep. Then Hawk was woken up by Denver, or rather the thing in her body. pressing its scythe to his neck. Went for
Sickle.
a walk. Sickle. Hand scythe, whatever, shut up. They went for a walk, and this other you, this l'autre vous,
Hell yeah.
basically explained, "Hey, bro, maybe you should help her. That'd be kind of sweet." Because it wants a body of its own, a vessel of its own, and it thinks that it can get that in Denver's pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone. Is that correct?
Correct.
Hawk also asked, I assume this conversation stays between us, and I think its response was like, I mean, you can tell whoever you want. I won't like it, though.
It will respect your freedom of killing yourself.
Yeah, okay. So, like, what conversation? Then I think...
That being said, it's just Denver's body, right? You could take that.
I could probably take...
Nah, I'd win.
I've been watching this dog sleep for so long. I know all her fucking vitals.
It's okay, you're not my niece, don't worry about it.
Favorite enemy, family.
I think that's more or less where that conversation ended.
Yeah.
Next morning, we woke up.
There was one other thing that I realized we did glean past. Badger did go check in on Molly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought you guys already got past that part.
No, it was when your
Okay.
your computer was fucking up. I was like, oh, we gotta make sure he covers that. But then I forgot
Okay,
30 seconds afterwards.
Okay.
Holy.
1 second here. Yes, Badger went and talked to Molly, finally being awake. I informed her of her brother's demise, of course. She obviously loved on Ace. She told me about money that her brother had stashed away. And she told me she wants me to get, if I can find it, what was it?
A
I have
mantle?
it in my notes somewhere. Yes, a
Mantle,
mantle for
cloak.
Molly.
Yep.
Yes. Did she say where they lived? Like what part of town they lived in?
Yeah, so they didn't live together, they lived separately, but they lived in generally not the same neighborhood, but like only a block away from each other. She did give you directions. They were northwest of where the spire is. So going towards the middle of the city, but not that close to the middle of the city where everything's scorched, and going east is the direction of the Plague District. And the Anarchists. So you're going to the safer part of town? I don't know, west is where the Zealots are at, so debatable. But yeah, you do have the directions to both her place and Mark's place.
Yes. And I'm going to get her that mantle no matter what.
I applaud a diligent person.
And I also went
you-
to the quartermaster and gave him the
That you
weapon
did.
parts I found.
Yep, and you turned over
That
your
is well.
shotgun.
Yes, unfortunately.
It'll be right as rain, more or less, on your shoulder in due time. Which actually, I should roll for that.
Cop, can I just say, I'm actually like impressed by like the links you're going to convince us that Badger's a good person.
Badger is a good person.
He's still doing it. How does he?
He sounds so convicted in this.
So far,
this act.
like,
I know it's
Of all of us, if it's genuine, Badger is actually probably the best.
7.
And he's the fucking goblin from the slave nation of Makar.
He's a good person.
Ugh.
Deep down.
I mean, good person.
Qualify him as a good person before I
That's
would qualify Hawk as an auditor.
That's the point.
He's right. That is racist.
Good, I'm glad you understand that.
We're a lot
17.
now. I don't like you.
we have a lot of animals in this party. We got dogs. We got goblins. We got no. I'm not gonna go there. Never mind.
What?
I think I know. Time to wait. I think I know.
We got a Ryusin.
Outlander.
Oglander, there it is.
I thought you were going. Never mind. Let's see.
So wait, when you say dogs, do you mean Denver or Ace?
Yes.
Both.
There we go.
Dogs plural.
Dogs.
Dogs. Dogs. Parentheses. So, bring it back to back to present.
Step back.
Oh, right. After we woke up in the morning, there was a commotion at the front gate.
Yeah.
Well, we were woken up by like knocking, weren't we?
Knock, knock,
Yeah,
knock on the door.
knocking with a fist, animatedly.
Yeah, Jin checked the
Slamming,
door.
really.
He was like very subtly like, "Hey, get your shit. The captains need, I guess, your attention." It's like, understood. Goes to violently wake everyone up. If you don't get up, you're knocked out of your bed.
Because at the front gate were the two captains conversing with a very animated,
King individual.
yeah, very
Chill,
lively.
look at her lovely face.
Oh no, she's hot.
Her name is a mystery to us. We just know that she is the chosen,
The chosen star.
the chosen star. Yep. And she was looking for us because she knew that we were at the ground zero in the center of town. She believes
And
us to be
survived.
kindred spirits. And survived, yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. You know something we don't?
Oh yeah, Justin Crow showed back up again.
He does
Turns
a lot
out
of things that
he
we
was
don't.
looking for his daughter.
So, I think that's it then. So let's
Small detail. When Badger went to go check on Molly, he did meet a nurse, a healer, an apothecary of some kind named what was it?
Matilda.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't fucking know.
Maddie to her friends. So that's fun. Friends and others. Yeah, I love the callbacks. Anything else? I ask again.
Once again, I shrug at you.
Shrug emoji.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think that's it.
I think we good.
I think we good.
We good.
Excellent. Allow me then to change the music, or I guess find some music. Something properly ominous.
I'm just gonna mark inspiration on my sheet.
Yeah. Take the bounty. Is this?
I love when you call it a bounty. It makes you feel less like an inspiration goblin, more like a bounty.
Well, it's like it's
could be
a
both.
bit more earned. Let's see. Dude, that might be interesting. But you guys aren't there yet. You guys aren't there yet.
Damn. How do we get there?
How do we get there?
You hang out with the Chosen Star more.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey. Say less.
Yep, the captain's actually, screw you guys. We're going with the crazy one.
This. I have too much like combat ominous music. not like
Enough
chillingly
ominous.
ominous music. Yeah. I also have a meme song, which is also sort of fitting, but we're not playing that
Like
because
Princess Mononoke probably has like good ominous music. I don't know why.
it's too flighty. I need something haunting. Also, it is a 5-minute break in case that wasn't clear. as I look.
Alright, cool. I need to go get a drink anyway.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. That song is copyright. We learned that the hard way. That one's happy. Claire de Lune? No, not right now. That'd be sort of ironic for a person that is a star, which is akin to sun, having Claire de Lune for moon. That would be a bit too much. Not Claire de Sol. There's not a song I can use that for.
Claire d'étoile.
That'd be really sick if there was like an alternate version of. I don't know what it would even sound like.
Metal. Modern.
Caleb